Hi, welcome back. These are the instructions for basically any of the beds that I sell in my shop. So they're universal instructions. So your headboard, this is just a plain headboard. Your headboard might have printing on it, or you might have, two pieces. I'll show you how to do this one. The base of the bed, which can be used as a platform bed, or you can put a piece of mattress material on here and make it more of a traditional bed. Two sides in the footboard, you'll have your four feet, but they may not look like this. They might be round like that, or they might be square like that. These are the mid-century modern tapered legs. So I'm just going to show you the specifics with this particular headboard. The first thing that I suggest that you do is to use the included sandpaper and actually do a little bit of sanding of the surfaces. In the cutting process, sometimes there's singeing to the surface. The other side of this, well, I actually already sanded this a little bit, so I can't show you, but yeah, there's some singeing on this one here, right here on the edge. And if you're going to use a clear coat or translucent stain or something, then go ahead and do a little bit of sanding ahead of time and save yourself the time. The legs will definitely need some sanding. The bottoms, maybe. You want to make sure that whatever height you decide for your legs, that you sand the tops, because I cut them, but I don't sand them. So those will want to be sanded, and we can always do that when we get to that step too. Okay, so next, the way that this goes is your base. It doesn't really matter where exactly you start with your base, but you can start with the long side. And what you're doing is you're applying the glue to the side of this base, because you're not putting the glue on that part, you're putting the glue on this part. And it's because that's how I've done the math. So if you glue it the other way, if you glue it under, it's not gonna fit as nicely. So what we want to do is we can do this one and then just remove some of the overflow of the glue if you want to. This part is unlikely to show, but it's always nice to clean off a little bit of the wood. Then just go ahead and you'll do the other side as well. Let that, and you can go ahead and do that. And then you can do the foot, okay? And I'll pause it and I'll glue those on there and let everything dry just a little bit before you proceed. Now that that's dried a little bit, we can go ahead and put the feet on. So like I said before, if you didn't sand, you really might want to sand these, make them nice and round, and the top nice and flat, like so. So I could probably do a little bit more sanding on this than I did, but I'll show you how these go on. You maybe now can see why I had us attached to the side the way that we did, because now there are these little cubby holes that are just perfect to put the feet in. So you put a little bit of the legs and feet, you put a little bit of glue in there, and then this will just fit nicely in there. And you just want to align it with the top here, so you can see, and go around, and you can do these two. And then what we're going to do, you can do the other one if you want to, but it's a little easier. Let's see. So that's even. You get those two on there. And then you need to go ahead and put on the headboard before you put all of them on. So when you go to put your headboard, no matter what kind it is, you want this bottom, you want to turn the bed over like this, and you want to make sure when you glue this on that it will be, see if I can show this the best way, even here on the sides, so that basically when I'm finished, I should be able to easily pop these in, okay, because that'd be like my last step. And so if that's all nice and even and across as it should be, then these will have a little cubby hole to go in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that part on. So I should show that I put the glue along here, and then I will just take it whichever side I like best and set my bed like this, and then place this right in there to get it placed like that. And then I can hold that, or I can lean this up against something else, you know, so that that dries, but wait for that to dry. Okay, so that's pretty dry. And I want to check and make sure that's flat across there. So I can go ahead, and I have a little cubby hole now, again, that I can put my last 2 legs in, and that will line up just like the others, like so, and over here. Now this particular bed is unique in that it does have another piece that goes with it, and that's this. And I made this so that you can maybe paint this a contrasting color, or not, you don't have to. And then this just gets glued to the back like so. And thank you so much for your purchase. And if you have liked everything, if you'll please like my shop